And what do you know, folks? We're back here. It's fantasy football season. This year, we're getting it started off with the Crown Russe Premier League. Switching up the name, and also we're switching up the commissioner this year. It's going to be Mike Peoples holding it down after Lucas Edmiston was on the hot seat. We're on the verge of a lockout. Then the commissioner switch allowed the league to happen this year. This year, what's going to happen is we're going to have 4 divisions, 3 teams in each division. The winner of each division will advance to the playoffs, and there's going to be 2 wildcard teams added to the playoffs. First division is the Kinston League. Finishing first place, I got the Kinston Chicken Wolves, led by Mike Peoples, also known as the commissioner of the league. And then second place, we got the Kinston Pawn Stars, the cousin right down the road, Drew Peoples. It's going to be a close neck-and-neck race, but I got Mike just squeaking it out. Then you got Team Haywood Jablomi, Patrick DeBose coming in third. In the next league, we got Deniz Smells. He doesn't smell good, folks, let's be honest. But even though he doesn't smell good, I got First and Den, one of the most consistent players in this league, taking home the division. You got Kyle Jarrett with Cronk Nation coming in second, and then Team Turner, just one of the consistently worst players up there with Nathan Savage. And like, if you're not even going to make a cool team name, you might as well just sign your waiver saying that you're not going to be good. Now we got the Yakinsola division. Joe Buck yourself, probably, I think most people would agree that he is the most consistent player in the fantasy league the past 3 or 4 years that's consistently been at the top. So I have him winning the division. Advantage Akinsola, the little brother, Luke Akinsola. I got him barely behind Gideon, but I got him pulling a wild card spot. And then you got Lucio just behind him, but he doesn't have enough. His caliber isn't high enough to compete with the Akinsolas. Now we got the last division, the Cotton division. We got Darquante Desktop, Lucas, with the best defense in the league for the past 3 years. I have him winning the division. And then you got Nathan. Nathan, by far the worst player in the world the past 4 years. But his roster's looking pretty good this year. He finally said no to the NC State players and actually started picking good people. So I got Nathan getting second place and stealing the second wildcard spot. Then I got Cruz Davis McTriple Buckets, one of the powerhouses the past couple years, but I don't know what happened in the draft, but he just does not have the team that people were hoping for this year. And he's on the hot seat, so if he ends up getting third in the division, you can expect him to be gone by next year. What to watch for? Nathan Savage, one of the worst, not even one of the worst, the worst player in the league for the past 4 years. But he has really gotten shape in the offseason. Just look at the before and after. I mean, the man has just been putting in work, and he is poised for a breakout season. Notable numbers from Game 1, the game last night, had the Packers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Aaron Rodgers from Jablomi had 9 points. Seahawks D from the Pawn Stars had 10. Beast Mode. Marshawn Lynch for Big Nate had 24. Jordy Nelson with 8. And Percy Harvin with 9. Russell Wilson for the Bloggers had 17. And House Cash, also known as Steven Hauska, for Joe Buck yourself, Gideon, 10 points. That's all you can ask for in a kicker right there. Eddie Lacy, the disappointment of the game, for Gronk Nation for Kyle Jarrett, only putting up 4 points. And here's my predictions for the week. Even though Nathan had a strong start, I got Cruz Davis just squeaking by him, 108-15. And then I got Drew Peoples going on against Pat DeBose. Peoples with the blowout here, 114-88. Then we got Mike Peoples going against Team Turner, 113-107. Close game, but the Chicken Wolves are just too much at the end. Kyle Jarrett going up against First and Den. Gronk Nation can't quite get this one out, and Den is just going to have a landslide in this one, 116-82. Then you got the 2 L's going at it, Lucas and Lucio. Lucas barely squeaking it out. His defense making just enough of a stop at the end to pull out the win, 110-108. And now, the Philly Cheesesteak Brotherly Love Game of the Week. Gideon versus Luke. Joe Buck yourself versus Advantage Akinsola. My player of the week for Gideon's obviously going to be Shady McCoy going up against the Jaguars. Look for him to go anywhere from 25 to 30 points. And then for Luke, you got B. Marsh, Brandon Marshall. He's poised for a breakout week. It was tough to pick one for him because he had Adrian Peterson. He just had a loaded roster. He had Frank Gore, but I have to go with Brandon Marshall. I think the Bears are going to do big things this year. Disappointment of the week for the teams. I got Mark Ingram for Joe Buck yourself. I don't think he's going to put up big numbers if you have him at a starting running back spot. I just don't think he belongs there. If anything, he should be at the flex, but I would say he would be on the bench this week. And for Advantage Akinsola, you got Edelman. I mean, yeah, he's got Brady at running back, or Brady at quarterback, but I don't see him putting any more than 6 on the board this week. So the ESPN projections have this one as a blowout, 123 to 101. But I got something a little closer. I got 119 to 117, still in favor of Gideon, but Luke's putting up a fight. I think he's going to be a real dark horse in the league this year, along with Nathan Savage. We'll see y'all next week. And P.S. Deniz, before you start telling us a story, just understand that no one cares.